Waiting for one more.
होइन देब्रेपट्टिबाट हजुर देब्रेपट्टिको त्यो मेन हजुर गेट खोलेपछि देब्रे हजुर अनि त्यो ठुलो ठुलो अफिस हजुर ठुलो अफिस तपाईहरु हेर्दा हेर्दै माथि कि गोरा पनि गयो
त्यो उनी परेर फोनमा नै कन्ट्याक्ट नहुने
म लिएर आउँछु
छिटो गर्नु अमर दाइले लिएर गयो हुन्छ कि अरु पर्दैन
मिडियाको जग्गा साह्रै ठुलो छ
बस्ने पनि समय दिनु पर्छ
person, so he needs helping hands. Maybe one of our very senior advisor, retired Captain Gajadan Sahab, and supported by Vice Chairman Kus Grung. So could you please so keep
Mr. Mayor, could you stand to one side?
तपाईहरु पनि मैले सेली अलि यता यता उभिनुस् त ल लेडिज एन्ड गर्नुस् ल अच्छा ल अब यो मेरो यसले लान्छ ताली मारिदिनुस्
कहाँ राख्नु त्यहाँ हेल्प गर्नु न
Let me have that. That's lovely. And that will take pride of place in the mayor's column. Ladies and gentlemen,
we still have got two more things. Two more things. हुन्छ ल बसौँ हजुर अब क्विकली सक्नुपर्छ हाम्रो प्रोग्राम
सानो पनि दिनुस् न
हजुर ल त है अब सेकेन्ड फेज छ फेरि छ हजुर As a part of our small program, we still have got very small two more items. So for the second item is we have got the flag of Hillingdon Gurkha community. यो हाम्रो एउटा लोगो जस्तो पनि बनाएको छ यसैमा विभिन्न this is prepared by chairman himself, spending all his money. So I would like to request Mrs. Devi Limbu to present this flag to the mayor on the behalf of Hillingdon Gurkha community, but this is especially designed by chairman himself. So, Mrs. Chairman, Mrs. Devi Limbu, would you like to present to the mayor, please?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
और अझै छ
Third item is the items are becoming smaller and smaller now. In the size. So our third item is that the first item was a big Gurkha knife, big cookery, but that is not possible to wear. So we would like to present smaller version of the cookery, which is called brochures. We can pin it up and we can display. So this is the small cookery brochures we would like to present to the mayor by our vice chairman, Mr. Kus Gurung, please.
Use it like this one is personally when you go to take it home. You can take it home this
Finally, we have got just to welcome. For that, I would like to request. We have got our Buddhist religious priest or guru. We do call Lama, Mr. Prem Tamang, just to present this one. So to the mayor and the mayoress, Hillingdon Gurkha Nepalese community vice chairman,
तपाईले मेयरले म मेयरलाई
Mayor and the mayoressलाई चाहिँ हामी हाम्रो Hillingdon on the behalf of Hillingdon Gurkha Nepalese community by chairman and vice chairperson Mrs. Mithi Maya Rama.
अब त्यहाँ उभिएर बस्नु फोटो खिच्न जानु फोटो खिच्नु त्यहाँ
Thank you very much. I think this is the end of. So, no one left in this night. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All the other finish.
Rest of the day.
Members of the Gurkha Nepalese Society, I cannot thank you enough for these beautiful gifts. I am very humbled, but moreover, a gift is a gift. That's the most important thing, that you and your community are here. So on behalf of the Mayoress, our Mayor Patrick and myself, thank you so much for these beautiful gifts and the pleasure of your company here this afternoon. So thank you very much. Thank you.
When we visited you in Hayes, watching there were 2 Gurkhas and they did a dance
Yes.
to show how the Gurkha knife was used. And we did try to remember it to show our son at home, but we didn't do very well. But it's so beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. And also we were mentioning to some of your colleagues that our son was lucky enough in his job to travel to Nepal a year and a half ago now, and took the most wonderful photographs, one of which we have up in our house, and I think it's a picture like that. And we tried to get it off the wall to bring it today, but it's very big, and perhaps we can get a small version and send it by email, because we would love you to see. He came back, couldn't stop talking about Nepal, could he? And what a wonderful, wonderful place, and met so many wonderful people, and so many, I might say, very hard-working. We were talking about this earlier. Very hard-working girls. So women power in Nepal.
Thank you very much, Mayor and Mayoress, for wonderful words.
Yeah, thank you. One minute. Sorry, आदरणीय आज उपस्थित हुनुभएका सम्पूर्ण गण्यमान्य सभाहरू, हाम्रा हिलिङडन गोर्खा नेपालिज कम्युनिटीका आदरणीय दाजुभाइ तथा दिदीबहिनीहरू, विशेष गरेर हाम्रा नवीन पोखरेल भाइ टाढोबाट ल्याउनु हुने हाम्रा भीम बकिम नम्बरीज्यू लगायत सम्पूर्ण तपाईहरुको टाइमलाई चाहिँ वास्ता नगरी यसरी आइदिनु भएकोमा तपाईहरुले एउटा कमिटीलाई चाहिँ फुल्ली सपोर्ट गरेर तपाई हामीले यसरी उच्च लेभलमा ल्याएको उपलक्ष्यमा हजुरहरुलाई हार्दिक शुभकामना म व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु र आउँदो दिनहरुमा पनि यसरी नै हामी सबै मिलेर अगाडि बढ्न सक्छौं भन्ने मैले आशा र प्रतीक्षा पनि राखेको छु र यसको लागि हाम्रो थ्यांक यू त हामी मेयरलाई दिइसकेका छौं र विशेष गरेर तपाईहरु आइदिनु भएकोमा बहुतै खुशी लागेको छ धन्यवाद अनि अब हामी घुमफिर गरौं र हेरौं त्यसपछि हामी डिस्मिस जानुपर्छ घरमा ड्युटी परे जाने साथीभाइहरु धेरै हुनुहुन्छ तपाईहरु भन्दै आजको छोटो वक्तव्य यही समाप्त गर्न चाहन्छु धन्यवाद
Right. So we'll start our little Christmas.
Please, all yours.
Thank you so much. Just please do sit. And I'll just say a few words first, then Patrick will give you just a brief tour of what all this stuff means in here. The mayor's position is for 1 year only. So my tenure, or my year, started last year, May the 9th. And it goes through to May the 9th this year. So the mayor only has 1 year in office. And as the mayor is the first citizen of the borough, and the only person who is above the mayor is the Queen of England. But you only get that for 1 year. So after that, you'll know that's it. The mayor's office operates very smoothly. We have 3 secretaries in our office out there that take all the bookings for the mayor, whether it be to do with the political side or to do with visiting other mayors or schools or hospitals. So we have a complete list every week of what we're going to do. It's 7 days a week, usually 3 or 4 engagements a day, so it's pretty full on. I think we've done about nearly 600.
Well, we calculated before Christmas and it was 507 before Christmas, but we've had another month of 59, so who can do the maths?
Yes, we're probably looking at around 600 visits so far. The mayor also has a charity, and I'll explain a bit more about that later on. In here also we have Patrick, our May sparer, and we also have 2 chauffeurs, one for the weekends and one for during the week. And it's quite nice being driven around in a nice big car, I can tell you. So what I'll do now is Patrick will explain the different artefacts around the room, and then I'll explain about the robes, etc. And then we'll go to the council chamber and I'll explain how the democracy works within the council. Okay? So, over to you, Patrick.
Thank you. Hello and welcome once again. As the Mayor said, I'm actually the May sparer for the borough, so my role is... Sorry. This is the smaller version of the mace. The mace I'm not in front of the mayor with the mace over my shoulder like this. which means, for example, in performance of his duties, if he needs to go anywhere, somebody cannot stop him. If they actually stop him in performance of his duties, it's a form of treason because it goes back to the monarch's time, and that can actually hit you with the big mace. I can't be arrested and I can't be sued because it goes back to the old treason laws. So I'm waiting for permission now to go down the high street, but they won't give it to me. I don't know why. So, for example, ordinarily I would carry the mace like that in the presence of Her Majesty. Sorry, I don't like my back. In performance of my duties, for example, if Her Majesty was here, 5. Before that, we had the Borough of Uxbridge. And then before that you had the urban district councils, and each urban district council had its own chairperson. That's why we've got the chains of office there. So from left to right we've got Youth and West Drayton, right up and Northwood, Hayes and Harlington, which is this one, and then we've got the Borough of Uxbridge and the urban district council of Uxbridge. Each area had its own charter, but the Hillingdon charter, which is this one here, on its charter it's actually quite rare because we've actually got a badge, which is a simplified version of the full coat of arms. So it's actually the star. So you've got one point of the star, for example, Hayes and Harlington, right up and Northwood, used in West Drayton and Uxbridge. So you've got 7 points on there. So each area is represented by that. You've got the greenness of Hillingdon because there's over 800 acres of woodland in Hillingdon, and also 24 green flags. It's the most green flag of all the areas. And also the green belt that surrounds London. So it signifies that. The full coat of arms is actually quite simplified on there. There's actually, the mayor will probably explain later, but there's actually 2 pieces of rye, and the rye's been cut at what they call a slip cut. So it's a kind of rye slip. I don't know if anybody seen the film Oliver? Yeah? You know Oliver Twist? Ooh. And I'm sure some of you may recognise this one, but it's like, for example, and make sure everybody's awake. This is actually the staff of office of the old town crier. So it was actually his staff of office to signify the importance of his role. And at that time, the town crier would also buy. And you can actually guess to see what do you think this wood is? Bamboo, yeah. My clue would have been pandas eat it, but I'm sure you didn't eat that. So,
well, actually, for the children.